The Ohio Healthy Food Cooperative crowdfunding portal is www.capitalfunderscoop.com. You can join our cooperative movement where reinvestment expands the seed money exponentially. Buy an OHFC fixed interest debenture bond. Google Mondragon to see how cooperatives work. Debenture bond investment. Fixed interest, 5-year term, $20, $50, and $100. Pay 4.5% interest as non-membership bonds. For $250, you can buy a membership bond, which has a 5-year term, 4.5% interest, and has a lump sum redemption. The 5-year membership certificate qualifies you to share in distributions made by the board of directors. Another alternative is the $1,000 5-year term, 4.5% lump sum redemption, 5-year junior membership certificate. Or you can buy a $2,000 10-year term, 6% fixed interest, with 10 annual redemption payments and a 10-year junior membership certificate. This slide shows the Ohio Healthy Food Cooperative Biogas project details. Briefly, manure comes from dairy farms, hog farms, and broiler farms, goes into our anaerobic digester. We collect the biogas, which we convert into electricity and use for heat. The greenhouses we have 22 greenhouses, which will be operated 12 months of the year, growing vegetables, using carbon dioxide and lighting from the process. These vegetables will be processed into salads or soups and sold as whole vegetables, some in weekly market baskets for online sales. The rest will be going to retailers or to the Ohio Healthy Food Cooperative rural and urban farms and markets. On the other side, we produce the solid bio fertilizer we call Fertile Comp, 28% moisture, and when we make the Fertile Comp Plus, we add materials to create certain specifications for specific applications. The best product we have is our Miracle Macro Grow, which is a microbial humectant. Our markets are USA domestic, continental Africa, and Southeast Asia. Ohio Healthy Food Cooperative. Join us to rebuild America using sustainable agriculture through CAFO animal manure management, converting dung to dollars and manure to money. The CAFO issues are ammonium and biogas pollution of air, phosphorus pollution of water, and because of unhealthy foods, we have diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and cancer from GMO contaminated food. We have obesity because of poverty. We have hunger because of food deserts. We have poverty from unemployment, hopelessness, and the income gap. Our objectives: clean water, clean air, clean soil, and clean economy. We will eliminate air, soil, and water pollution with sustainable animal manure management. The NASA photo on this slide shows the western basin of Lake Erie and the blue algae contamination from phosphorus runoff. No matter where we live, we drink, breathe, and eat the products of CAFO farm externalities. These are the animal waste products that are not managed to minimize the effect of their production on the environment. The issues: climate change, polluted drinking water, low air quality, and health outcomes. CAFO manure externalities are best shown with this slide. This field was flooded with more than 200,000 gallons of dairy manure. It was applied 4 times from soybean harvest in late September through December when this photograph was taken. The field of 20 acres would have only needed about 200 pounds of phosphates for its crop of 140 bushel per acre corn. It got more than 1 ton. A lot of it flowed into the river over the winter and following spring. Was it too much? This colorful sunset was caused by air pollution and geoengineering chemtrail residue over the fields of Ohio and every state in the Union. The Mohican River runs red with farm runoff, and the fish die from phosphorus and nitrogen eutrophication downstream in the Gulf of Mexico. Nothing is as it appears to be. Sunrise, red sky in the morning, sailor take warning. Geoengineering goes on worldwide night and day. Aluminum oxide, barium, and strontium. How can we protect the food we grow? Greenhouses powered with biogas protected from noxious fallout. Climate change, from whatever cause, is endangering the continued existence of hundreds of species becoming extinct as we blunder on, ignoring the solutions. In 2015, in a rural setting, I only saw 3 monarch butterflies. Only a dozen honeybees visited our flowers, and the bumblebees were tiny. I've not heard a single whippoorwill in 5 years. 2015 went on record as the hottest year recorded. The California drought and raging wildfires are an outcome of El Nino, where Pacific Ocean temperatures were warmer by 2 degrees Celsius. Sea lions, we call them seals, are crawling on their flippers across the beach searching for food on land. Cyclones have devastated the Philippines, parts of China, and India. Texas was flooded after years of drought. Midwest crops were flooded in the spring and dried out later without rain. The hills of Ohio are silent, and the birds are leaving. Our beautiful forests are being cut and lumber exported. No one's replanting these lungs of our world that convert carbon dioxide into plant growth and oxygen. Some farmers are dumping manure in them, the final abuse. We are what we eat. Thousands are sickened by E. coli-laden vegetables polluted by manure runoff. 36% of Americans are obese. That's almost 120 million fat people. The American diet is based on greasy hamburgers, fried hot, French fried potatoes, and 32-ounce carbonated beverages sweetened with fructose. School lunch will be a corn dog and a cookie. Imagine a wiener dipped in cornmeal batter and deep fried with a sugar-loaded confection to top off the meal. Why are kids fat? Our solution is non-GMO vegetables, locally grown for nutrient density and made available affordably for local consumption. This is a table comparing the mineral content of natural vegetables versus agribusiness commercial produce. I like the spinach comparison for iron. Organic or natural spinach has an iron content of 1,584 parts per million dry weight. Commercially grown agribusiness produce is 49 parts per million. It's bad enough not to get the minerals that our bodies need. What's even worse, that we get the DNA altering glyphosate molecule that was injected in that product so it could be grown using herbicides. Fighting back. The Parlam law firm is soliciting victims of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, if they were exposed to glyphosate herbicides, to join a class action lawsuit to collect damages from the manufacturers, vendors, and applicators of glyphosate-based herbicides. This includes householder user victims. Their number is 1-800-908-5770. We can protect ourselves by not using Roundup or Dow Syngenta products and not eating GMO-engineered foods that contain glyphosate-modified DNA molecules. We can protect our families and friends by joining the crowdfunding group at www.capitalfunderscoop.com to finance nationwide cooperatives that will eliminate pollution, grow healthy, non-contaminated food, and create great jobs, revolutionizing worldwide agriculture. There is no mystery in our health dilemma. When we eat belly-filling cellulose that is essentially devoid of trace minerals our body needs to resist cancer and to grow healthy immune systems, there is no nutrient value to this fodder. Why are these vegetables deficient? The action of glyphosate, the petroleum-based chemical whose molecules were injected using tissue culture techniques to create resistance to glyphosate, is to reduce the availability of natural minerals to the plant. GMO vegetables and grains are deficient in trace minerals. What will this diet do to us? We are sick and tired. Our health care costs are skyrocketing under Obamacare, the insurance industry-sponsored boondogger, and will rise in the next decade to more than $1 trillion. Even worse, we develop diabetes, heart and stroke problems, feel terrible being miserable all the time, and then we die, hoping the $259 Social Security burial payment will cover our cost of disposal. The solution: we can join to form cooperatives that can change the world by growing good vegetables undercover, sheltered from chemtrail, aluminum, barium, and strontium residues. We can increase the nutrient density in our vegetables by growing them in our microgrow medium that is reinforced with more than 22 trace minerals. This we can do. Here's a picture of happy heifers in the sunshine munching on corn ensilage while they're standing in a pasture of green grass. Whether or not we are vegetarians, we need protein. The humane treatment of animals provides us with great nutrition, providing certain nutrients unavailable from plant materials only. Many environmentalists oppose CAFO farms and their output. The production of methane gas, expressed as flatus, is a considerable volume. However, we can convert manure into biogas and eliminate the need for a huge volume of frack gas. We can do this by building modern production facilities that replicate the biological digestive system to produce biogas, 60% methane and 40% carbon dioxide. The biogas is consumed for energy, with the internal combustion of methane producing electricity, and the exhaust gas is CO2, which we use to grow vegetables in greenhouses heated with the biogas. This photograph is a paradox showing wind turbines in the background and a fossil fuel fracked oil well installation in the foreground. Our happy heifers have grown up and are now confined in a spacious barn where they eat, sleep, and defecate about 15 pounds of feces and urine every single day. They average about 18,000 pounds of milk per year. When they don't, they become hamburgers. A mountain of chopped silage is needed to feed 2,000 cows. SISO, silage in, SHIT out. OHFC will convert animal manure into energy and valuable products. It takes a lake to hold the manure from 2,000 cows. This farm has 3 of them. Look at the chemtrail cloud pattern shown in the sky. The 3 previous slides illustrate the need for intelligent management of CAFO manure in the prodigious quantities generated daily. Big plants are needed to process dairy and broiler manure profitably. These big plants require big investment. The proceeds are big. The three of the 4 anaerobic digester vessels shown above hold 950,000 gallons each. They produce 700 cubic meters of biogas daily, 118 tons of solid fertilizer, and 38,000 gallons of liquid effluent. Big production needs big markets. Just as the manure lake fills up, the output of these plants is relentlessly produced daily. The products must be sold daily. OHFC will sell the product worldwide. The bridge deck of an empty container ship passing through the Welland Canal on its way back to the St. Lawrence Seaway. We can fill it with containers loaded with our biogas fertilizer for the return trip. The application restrictions in Ohio and in the USA generally make it necessary to sell our biogas production overseas in large volume. Africa is a huge market with high demand and a long extended application season. We will help combat hunger in Africa and develop agronomy systems that help overcome drought by deepening the topsoil layer for rainwater storage instead of runoff. Southeast Asia is another large market. America needs modern dairy farms like this. With sustainable manure management, we make it possible for these operations to make a profit. The 2,000 head dairy farm has an investment of more than $15 million and loses $500,000 yearly. We can change all that and make it possible to earn a positive $500,000 with environmental and economic benefits for all. Let's protect the environment and improve people's health with non-GMO food. The marriage of greenhouses with biogas production was made in heaven. The biogas provides electricity for extended photosynthesis lighting, heating, and carbon dioxide to make plants grow faster and bigger. Thousands of jobs are created, planting, growing, and harvesting wonderful vegetables. Many additional jobs are created producing salads for school lunches and for package sales to organic and natural food stores. Other jobs are created packing our weekly market baskets for internet sales. We will eliminate the food deserts with our internet weekly market baskets that can be bought with an EBT card that automatically provides a 25% discount and free delivery. Inner city neighborhoods have immediate access to 10 pounds of fresh veggies every week. The use of biogas and self-generated electricity reduces costs of production when combined with the Larson CCP continuous companion planting practice that will yield as many as 17 crops a year. In our greenhouses, there is no hard stoop labor, no dirty jobs, good living wages with cooperative membership revenue sharing, life and health insurance, and skills training. Food security equals jobs. because people need to eat. Globalism and the Neue Weltordnung, the American New World Order, have exported our American jobs to third world countries that pay slave wages, expecting us to then borrow enough to pay for the imports. An old form of capitalism, cooperative capitalism, shines a ray of hope for the 99% at the bottom of the income wealth inequality gap. It works. Google Mondragon. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, do something. Join the movement and buy an OHFC debenture bond. Be an investor. Buy a $20, $50, or $100 bond that pays 4.5% and redeems in 5 years. Or be a member. Buy a $250 or more bond that pays 4.5% and redeems in 5 years, and you get a 5-year membership. Or be a member, buy a 5-year $1,000 bond at 4.5% that redeems in 5 years and be a junior member. Or be a 10-year junior member by buying a 10-year $2,000 bond at 6%, which redeems itself at 10% every year. Check out our crowdfunding portal, www.capitalfunderscoop.com.